Hi, welcome back. I'm here with Destin Steele, a student at Shawnee State University and participant in Startup Weekend Portsmouth. Destin, how are you?
Doing pretty good, David. How are you?
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
Awesome.
So you were a participant in Startup Weekend.
Affirmative.
That weekend was amazing. Honestly, having been through 2 Startup Weekends before and having spent all of this time organizing Startup Weekend, seeing it all come together really meant a lot to me. Can you tell us what was the name of the business that you started during Startup Weekend?
Well, our hypothetical business was called Rivertown's Bistro, and it was basically a locally sourced vegetable restaurant where we figured we would grow our own products there, right, and have like a nice sit-down atmosphere. You
guys actually explored sourcing locally raised organic food, food that no one else has in Portsmouth. You looked at greenhouses. You guys really did a lot of research in order to drive that forward.
Yes, we did.
How many people were on your team?
We had 5 people total, and 3 of the people I knew personally.
Yeah, that's actually one of the benefits of Startup Weekend is the opportunity to bring together groups of people that might ordinarily not, come together to start a business. But here we are actually having 5 people on a team that some of them had this idea before, some of them had different skill sets. You had a graphic designer on your team. Yeah, she was phenomenal. Right, that really brought a lot, I think, to your pitch on the last day.
Absolutely. Right? It just brought it all to life. Like, it brought it all full circle, having her as part of our team.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think you guys had a great pitch. So tell us a little bit about the structure of the weekend that you remember, what your guys' strategy was for creating this business.
So our strategy basically was implemented Saturday, and we started with doing a survey with SurveyMonkey, and we just asked people, were they concerned with what they were eating, and were they concerned about what the food they were eating, their diet of that. So
right. So the most important step to start off with there is market research. Do you have an idea? Are you solving a problem? Do people want your solution? So that's what it comes down to. So I'm glad that you guys were able to do that right off the bat.
Yeah.
What did you find from your survey?
We found that most people that contributed to the survey were concerned about where their food came from, as far as like their vegetables, and they were concerned about what the meats, what they were eating too, the diet of those. So if they were grass-fed meats, the majority of the people said that they would use a restaurant and then also a service such as ours.
Yeah. So you were able to then take that and show the judges, hey, we went out and actually talked to potential customers. We went out and showed them what we wanted to do, and they said yes. Based on the fact that I want more locally sourced vegetables, I'm concerned about where they come from, this would be a successful business, or at least that's our hypothesis for starting this business.
Yes, from the survey we were basically able to, in a sense, create the problem, or at least show the awareness that there was an issue that most people weren't aware of.
What did you do after that in order to really craft that pitch and show them that you knew what you were talking about?
Well, basically, we had the other members of my team would share something that we were doing with the restaurant, and I would give the statistic behind it when compared to the survey.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you need to be doing. Yeah. So then we also brought in mentors, brought in people that had been in the restaurant industry, who had started businesses, really knew what they were talking about, to talk with you throughout the weekend, really, both Saturday and Sunday. Can you pick out 1 or 2 that really stood out to you as providing value?
I believe it was the host of Startup Weekend, Grant. Is that his name? Yeah, Grant. So
the facilitator,
the facilitator. He was very helpful with developing our pitch, because we were able to come together as a team and create a almost 5-minute pitch, and he said the only thing that we were lacking was an opening statement introducing ourselves, and then also an ending statement bringing everything together for the crowd.
Yeah, so it was a learning experience for you. You had that kind of feedback, right? That was something that you had to go through and practice, and then get that feedback of saying, hey, you guys did a great job, here's an area you can improve for next time, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about some of the other mentors?
So there was you, of course.
Right. Well, thank you, Destin.
Yeah. So there was other people. I can't remember the one fellow's name, but he did give us some feedback as far as the speed at which we were giving our pitch to the judges and the crowd, because we ended up having a shorter pitch that was like it was about 3.5 minutes. So we slowed down the pace of our pitch to get almost to 5 minutes.
Right. And you guys really had a lot of depth to your pitch when you were answering questions that really came through of, the numbers of saying, hey, we did this research, we found out how much it would cost to provide this meal and how much of that would be profit for us. So you guys clearly did your research. I remember we had an individual there, Mike Thompson, that had worked in the food industry, and he was able to provide a lot of knowledge. And then we had Jason Lovins, and he was a Shawnee State professor for our marketing program, and he brought students from his class to be kind of an auxiliary unit for marketing for each team. So each team met with him twice on Saturday to talk about their idea, what they wanted to do, to pitch it to them, and they would say, hey, here's how we can, here's what we would do for marketing, here's what we would suggest, here's what you need to be thinking about. Right? And they provided that kind of value to each team. That's another reason why we wanted to do this startup weekend, because it gives, again, this interaction that people might not otherwise have. Does that ring true to you?
Absolutely, it rings true to me, David.
Yeah.
It was very interesting getting feedback from students from Shawnee State and also their professor. It helped me at least brainstorm ideas and get them out in the open with the other teammates, and we just picked the cream of the crop, so to speak.
Now, you are also a Shawnee State student.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I'm currently enrolled in the business management degree program, and I should be there for 4 years total, getting a bachelor's degree. Right now, I'm currently a sophomore, so everything's going pretty good there.
Do you think that this kind of event delivers, value to you in a way that it really builds upon what you're learning in the classroom?
Absolutely. So this would be my first hands-on experience as far as starting a business. We were basically thrusted into a position to where we had to pitch a hypothetical situation before we even pitched the restaurant, and to kind of break the ice. And it really just showed me what we could accomplish in just a few days' time. Right.
When you put your mind to it, entrepreneurs are all about speed. Let's make this happen, action. So yeah. Well, thank you for joining us to hear about Startup Weekend. We had 25 people participate total, 5 teams, and each and every one of those teams had a great pitch. And each and every one of those individuals came back and said, hey, this was a great event. This is something we would want to attend next year. And I think we're going to organize it again next year. So stay tuned for more information. Thank you for joining us.